Hello, everyone, and welcome to another show to the Dubai Job Search with Winning Strategies. And today we're going to be talking about 3 reasons why you should be working with a recruiter in Dubai. And if you're somebody who's tried to reach out to recruiters and you haven't been successful, keep on watching till the end because we've got a really amazing resource that you can access. So as always, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Meet Sabiha. I work with international job hunters and I help international job hunters land their dream positions so that they can stop struggling and start thriving. And I'm joined by my fabulous co-host, Trisha. Trisha, what is it that you do? Let's remind everybody, what is it that you do? And why are we going to be talking about the 3 reasons why people that are thinking about, landing a job in Dubai, why they should come, why they should be working with a recruiter?
First of all, thank you so much. As always, I love the introductions that you give me. I'm Trisha Chapman, the managing partner of Impressive CV, and I focus on all of the necessary tools for a successful job application. So these days, as I say every other week, it is more than just a CV. So a cover letter, as well as LinkedIn profile, your personal brand, and of course, a strong digital presence or a digital footprint.
Fabulous. And so today, if that's getting your juices flowing, viewers, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that bell button if you're watching us on YouTube so that you make sure that you don't miss any of these notifications of these amazing sort of free content and useful, valuable tools that we are giving you and hacks that we are showing you of how you can land your dream job in Dubai without the stress, without the overwhelm, and in particularly without wasting any opportunities and any of your finances. And so let's dive in, Trisha. We're going to be talking about 3 reasons why you should be working with a recruiter in Dubai. So what's reason number 1?
Cool. Okay, so perhaps maybe I'll take a step back for those of you out there who perhaps don't know the difference between internal HR or talent acquisition, as they're commonly called, TA teams, and a recruiter. So let's distinguish the 2 before we go to why. So HR or talent acquisition is generally someone who works within the company itself, so representative of the organization, versus a recruitment or recruitment agency that is a third-party vendor or a third-party agency that is acting on behalf of the client, that is purely doing the sourcing. So sourcing is all that they are designated or required to do. So when we're talking about these 3 tips, we're going to be talking about why you should be partnering with those people from the third-party vendors. So keep that in mind.
Fabulous. And I love, Trisha, that you're breaking that down and you're helping job hunters get that clarification and understand the differences. Now, there's pros and cons to both, and we're not in any way saying that you shouldn't do, but today's video is all about focusing on what the value is. So as a job hunter, when you're out there, okay, you want to be making sure that you're maximizing your potential and the number of opportunities so that you can access those job opportunities, because we know there's a huge hidden job market out there as well, Trisha. So let's go into that a little bit. Okay, so what is one of the sort of kind of reason number 1 for working with a recruiter in Dubai?
Yeah, good question. So I understand that people, when you're in HR from the internal companies, they are swamped or swimming with other tasks other than just sourcing. So it can be very difficult to get a reply from those people because usually if they're on their LinkedIn or on their emails, they're not focused solely on job seekers. Whereas if you are partnering with someone from an entity that is purely dedicated to finding job seekers or closing the deal from their side, from their perspective, you can build trust in a relationship with them to be able to further your chances and showcase your skill sets to them to enable the placement of you successfully. So you can build a proper relationship with someone.
Love that. So basically what you're saying there, Trisha, is that a recruiter is working on behalf of you and there's a financial incentive for that recruiter, whereas talent acquisition, the internal teams for the big brands, as you said, have got lots of different things going on. So I love that. So you've got somebody basically almost working with, and if you're able to build a good relationship with that recruiter, it kind of brings me on to point number 2, because what's the other value about working with a recruiter? Tip number 2 of working with a recruiter in Dubai.
Yeah, well, I think you did mention it before that there's an incentive for them as well. So if you're going to be getting, the recruiter will get a commercial aspect, as a result of placing you. So they want to make sure that they're sourcing the right talent. They're making sure that each placement is going to be a longevity one. And then you're on the books for them, over the next few months, maybe even years, if you maintain that relationship. So for example, maybe they've got a role that you don't even know exists, but because you've maintained that skill set, you've just dropped them an email every, say, 6 months to say, look, just letting you know, I've updated myself with cybersecurity or Microsoft Azure or, some form of new skill set, just looping them, nothing, you don't want anything, you're just maintaining that rapport. They can then update their database. And when an opportunity comes that you have no idea about, and it might even be better than the one that you're in, they can partner or suggest the role to you because you've maintained that relationship.
I love that. So that's all about building your network up, okay? But also as well, would you say access? Would you say that recruiters have access to, because that's kind of what I'm picking up from. You're saying that recruiters have access to opportunities in the hidden job market that, sort of kind of the average job hunter may not necessarily have. Have I got that right? Is that sort of kind of like what?
Absolutely. Yeah. So I'm sure if you jump on LinkedIn, you'll see a lot of these guys, they'll say, I'm working on behalf of my client, or my client has opened up the position of, but you never actually know who that client is or who the company organization is. So they've got information far beyond what you would ever know. So if you maintain that relationship, you might be presented with new offers without having to physically be applying for positions and doing all of the hassle of, updating your CV and all of this drama that takes months and months, and not to mention, of course, applying and having the rejections. Then it can be a great mutual benefit relationship between both of you because you access to what you don't know is out there. I hope that makes sense.
It did, absolutely. I mean, if there isn't a reason to sort of kind of work with a recruiter, access to opportunities. Can you imagine if you're watching this right now and you are thinking about working for certain companies or certain brands out here in Dubai, and you're thinking, how am I going to get access to them? Here you go. You've just heard from Trisha live right now. She's telling you recruiters have that access for you. And if you build and maintain a great relationship with recruiters, guess what? You will get access to that. Trisha, before we sort of kind of wrap up and talk about the final, and I know we're going to do a mindset minute where we're going to be talking about rejection, which you touched upon. Can you give us a case study? Can you give an example of somebody, a case study of somebody that you've worked with who's worked through your headhunting services and as a result has landed their dream job in Dubai?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of my colleagues who was actually a nurse, so back in the day working together, helping writing the CV, obviously for people who don't know, I am a former nurse working in Sharjah, and then a recruiter picked them up as a result of a medtech company, and then working along, excelling, hitting their KPIs, and then jumping on board, updating the CV, etc. And then a new position became available and as a result of personal branding, getting their name out on the digital space, some thought leadership content, and then just knowing that they're keeping abreast with their skills, presented this new opportunity with them to them so that they didn't even have to apply.
And what did that mean for your client, this former colleague of yours that you worked with back in back in your healthcare days? What did it mean for that client? How did that transform her life?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like there's no stress. You don't have to, there's no anxiety. You're just, I guess, positive. And even, what's the word? You've got a boost of confidence about yourself because someone wants you. And everyone knows that feeling when you are wanted or needed or liked. Then, it's an emotional, positive emotions.
Love that. And so if you're watching right now and you're thinking, oh my God, I would love to have that kind of transformation, that's exactly what I am dreaming about. Well, stay tuned because I'm sure they're going to be talking a little bit about how you can access some of the services that we have through the membership portal. And also as well, we've got a really exclusive and exciting opportunity for those of you who are looking and thinking, you know what? I really want to fast track my success. I really want to get off this sort of kind of hamster wheel of recruitment. I'm sick and tired of, reaching out to recruiters. Maybe you're watching this and you've been reaching out to recruiters and getting zero response. Well, we've got a great new service that we're going to be launching that I'll talk to you in just a couple of minutes. But just to sort of kind of wrap up today, okay, let's just kind of sort of remind ourselves of the 3 reasons why you should be working with a recruiter in Dubai. Again, there's lots of benefits by going directly with companies. But here's the thing, okay? Tip number one was all around that you get to, by doing both and by working with a recruiter, you've got a recruiter that's going to be representing you. Tip number two was all around that the fact that the recruiter, on average, Tricia, how many opportunities and how many brands and companies would you be able to get access to?
Yeah, so this was, I guess, the third point that I was going to mention, that we've got usually the recruiters, they will work on multiple different projects or have multiple different clients at hand. So one recruiter, myself, for example, might be an independent recruiter, and I work for 5 different companies at one given stage. Maybe the likes of, say, Michael Page, where they're working with countless companies and brands. So you never know what sector, what job title they've got available.
Fantastic. So you've got multiple opportunities, and then, sort of kind of finally you have build an act, when you build those relationships with the recruiter, you then get access to the big brands, and also as well. Now, we said earlier, that rejection is part of that process. Maybe some of you are sitting here right now and watching and feeling really rejected and really sort of kind of hopeless and feeling as if you're getting nowhere. So, one of my top tips is that, when you are being rejected, number one, okay, all of us at some point have faced rejection, and I include myself, and I'm sure even Tricia will have stories about the times where she's been rejected. Okay, so that's just part of the cycle of recruitment. It's just something that we all have to experience at some point. But sometimes it can often feel, and maybe you're in this space right now, in this mental space right now, where you just feel hopeless, worthless, useless. You feel as if you're never going to land your next job. If that's you right now, okay, my top tip would be is that speak to somebody, whether that's a friend or a colleague or somebody in your sort of kind of safe circle, who can sort of kind of support you and help you bring a different perspective, because it can be really sort of easy when those dark moments hit us to kind of feel very isolated. And the last thing that you want to do is isolate yourself. So head on over. And this is exactly why, one of the reasons why Tricia created this membership area. So Tricia, you created this membership area, and literally for the price of a Starbucks, you can get access to so much sort of content and support. So tell our viewers a little bit about what this membership, what it looks like, and how they can access this.
Yeah, super. So I guess I might even do a bit of a recording. I've got a video of the back end of it, so you can have a look. But I mean, there's a plethora of information. So there's, you name it, I've got it. But there's CV templates, cover letters, LinkedIn check boxes to make sure that you've crafted it appropriately, email pitches, videos with recruiters. I've got interview guides. I've got everything, business cases, everything. So I definitely would be love to be adding more and more services as we go along. So please keep tuned, because really I don't think that there's anything out there at the minute. And exactly like you mentioned, the cost of a Starbucks. So
yeah. So if you're interested and this has piqued your interest, okay, in the comments below, check it out. There'll be a link of how you can join the membership. And as Tricia said, for less than $5 a month, you're getting access to all of this, but also the support as well, so that you can handle the rejection that you're facing and that you're going through, and you can remove some of that isolation and those dark thoughts that enter our minds that can make us feel worthless, useless, and sort of kind of hopeless. The membership area has been crafted and created so that you feel worthy, so that you feel hopeful, so that you can, get yourself back out there in a powerful way, so that you can be effective and land those multiple job offers. Now, I did promise you right at the beginning and halfway through this video that we have an exclusive that Tricia and I are working on. Okay, so go on, Tricia, over to you. What is it that we're working on, and how are we going to be helping even more, sort of kind of job hunters land their dream job opportunities in Dubai? What have we got coming up?
I think that it is, nothing more appropriate than putting together a headhunting service, because I mean, I've got all of the access to the Dubai market. I have been here for a number of years. You've got, the complete 360 communication channels between us both. So I think, why not team up and offer everyone the ability to work with us and have us as your headhunters?
Fabulous. So does that sound interesting? Would you like to stop struggling and start thriving in your job hunting? Would you like to land the kind of job offers that you've just been dreaming about? Do you want to stop wasting time? Do you want to stop sort of kind of putting your dream of working in Dubai? Or even if you are in Dubai right now, but sort of kind of you feel that you've got a little bit stuck and you're feeling a little bit stagnant, do you want to sort of kind of push your career to that next level? But you're looking for some help, you're looking for some support. You recognize that actually doing it alone is the fool's way to do it, because you're realizing that you're wasting opportunities, you're missing out on opportunities, you're wasting your time, you're wasting resources, and you're not living your best life, and you're struggling in your career right now. So this headhunting service is designed exactly for those of you. So if this sounds interesting to you, write your name, I'm in the comments below, and we'll add your name to the waiting list. And then when we're ready to launch, you'll be one of the first people that we'll be reaching out to, so that you can have exclusive access. And by doing so as well, okay, it will mean as well that you'll get an exclusive sort of kind of beta rate fee investment that you'll have to make, because we will be charging thousands for this service when we sort of kind of get out there. So final thoughts, Trisha, for today?
Well, let us know in the comments. I think that there's no better time than if you've got a question, feel free to pop it in the comments. I reply to everyone. You can also email me, info@impressivecv.com, or reach me personally at my LinkedIn at Trisha Chapman. I'll put that in the link below. As always, I'm here to support you.
Fantastic. So good luck, guys. We look forward to hearing from you. Till next time, you've got this.